Tonight, carnage in California. A mass shooting takes 14 lives. There are new details tonight. Plus, a live report from San Bernardino. And
I don't think it's normal. I think that's frightening to think that we would normalize such behavior.
Reaction from local experts as well as Governor Hutchinson, who at one time was an Undersecretary of Homeland Security.
Now, from Arkansas's News and Information Center, this is THV 11 News at 10.
And what you're seeing right now, sights from the mass shooting earlier today from San Bernardino, California. THV 11 and CBS began covering this mass shooting early in the afternoon, and it captivated us as it did for many Central Arkansas viewers as we got the grisly details that 14 people had been killed, 18 others had been injured. New details tonight, and we're going to go live now to San Bernardino, California. Danielle Nottingham is there now for CBS News and THV 11.
Police say both of the suspects had handguns and rifles on them. They were dressed in military-style clothing and also had several magazines of ammunition. Police say two suspects, a man and a woman, were killed in a violent gun battle with officers less than 2 miles from where they allegedly massacred 14 people in San Bernardino. As part of the investigation, police were watching a residence and then spotted the suspect's vehicle.
They were dressed in kind of assault-style clothing.
Hours earlier, gunfire had erupted inside the Inland Regional Center, 60 miles east of Los Angeles. Police say the suspects walked into the social services building Wednesday morning, where a holiday luncheon was underway.
They came prepared to do what they did, as if they were on a mission.
Workers locked themselves in offices and sent texts. Others called loved ones.
I told them to just hunker down, make sure their cell phones were off, keep the noise, don't make noise.
Emergency workers turned an intersection into a triage area to treat the injured.
I called her, she texted me and she said she was cold and she told me she was shot in her side.
This is the 7th mass shooting in the United States within the past 5 months. The mass shooting forced President Obama to once again call on Congress to address gun control.
We should come together in a bipartisan basis at every level of government to make these rare as opposed to normal.
Police are still working to clear the social services building where at least one explosive device was found.
Once again, Danielle Nottingham live from San Bernardino, California. And taking a closer look at these statistics, as she mentioned, the 7th mass shooting in the last 5 months. The FBI defines mass shootings as a killing that involves 4 or more people. Since 2006, there have been more than 200 mass shootings in the United States. Analysts say they happen about every 2 weeks. Well, today, we reached out for insight as to why these types of tragedies happen. UALR professor and therapist Howard Turney says it has a lot to do with our culture and the way we treat mental health.
We see terrible tortures in movies and in series on television that are just make it seem like that for certain people that taking a life is just a sort of a minor activity.
We were also able to speak with Governor Asa Hutchinson earlier this evening. In 2003, remember, he was a Bush appointee to Homeland Security. This was his response to the shootings.
Incredible tragedy. We're obviously looking for more details on that. We make judgments whenever we know more of the motive, but obviously this time it's a tragedy, and it seems to be a series of tragedies. So we'll look for answers, and then we look for solutions.
We will certainly continue to cover this story. We're getting more and more details. The police out in San Bernardino are having hourly press conferences, so you can bet that there'll be new things to cover early this morning at 4:30 on THV 11 this morning. It starts once again at 4:30 as we go to Ed.
Thanks, Craig. You know what? Tonight it looks like a very pleasant evening with skies mainly clear. Now there are a few low clouds kind of wrapping around the bottom of an area of low pressure swinging through the Midwest. You see those low clouds across mainly the northern 2 rows of counties or so. Northern, northeast Arkansas seeing some clouds. Elsewhere, it is mainly clear and it is cold outside. A beautiful December evening, actually. 42 in Little Rock, unless you don't like the cold, of course. 29, though, in Fayetteville. 33 Russellville and 40 currently in Hot Springs. So tonight we'll see a low of 34 with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow's high only 51 and mostly sunny. So yeah, 2 days in a row with sunshine, and we have more in store after that. The rest of your extended outlook's coming up. Craig?
All right, Ed, developing news tonight in a case we've been following for over a year. 2-year-old Malik Drummond vanished in November of last year. Right now, Malik's dad is sitting behind bars for his murder. THV 11's Winnie Wright joins us now with details.
Family friends say they are sickened but not shocked at Jeffrey Clifton's arrest. Less than 24 hours after the 43-year-old was charged with capital murder, Malik Drummond's remains were found. Over 500 people helped search for Malik Drummond in the year that he's been missing. Those people wanted to believe they would find the 2-year-old alive.
My heart's ripped and torn apart because of this.
No one wanted that more than Tanya Drummond, Malik's mother.
She's a wreck. She is distraught. She's not herself. This is hitting her more than when he had come up missing because she still had that hope. There's no hope no more.
Malik Drummond was last seen at his father's house in Searcy. Clinton told police the autistic 2-year-old wandered out the front door while his father was napping. That story never sat with Shay Beeson.
He didn't cry. He didn't show any feelings or anything.
Jeffrey Clinton was arrested late Tuesday night. He's charged with capital murder and abuse of a corpse.
That little boy didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve any of this.
Family friends say it's haunting that Clifton lied to all those people for all that time.
When we were searching for him, he was either inside or he was sitting on his truck while everybody else was searching, and he was just sitting there conversating with his friends. He did not have 1 ounce of caring to search for his child. He didn't care.
The child's body was found in rural Jackson County, over 50 miles away.
If he took it to Jackson County, he's had it planned out. Or he had to call somebody up, hey, I just killed my son, so I need to go this place to hide the body.
How could you look your child in the eyes and hurt him like that? I don't understand.
The remains found in Jackson County will be sent to the state crime lab for analysis. Jeffrey Clifton is being held without bond.
All right, Winnie, thank you. Once again, we've been closely following the Malik Drummond case for a little over a year now. It has captured the state's attention. If you'd like to learn more, you can now find a timeline of events from the day Malik went missing on our website, thv11.com. New from the U.S. Defense Secretary, a team of Special Operations troops is headed to Iraq to fight ISIS on the ground. The Pentagon has announced that about 200 Special Operations forces will be deployed to the Iraqi city of Erbil. From there, they will conduct raids in both Iraq and Syria. Defense officials say the new forces will help gather intelligence and hunt down ISIS leaders. A same-sex couple gets both their names on their daughter's birth certificate today in Arkansas, while others are left in limbo. Marissa Pavan and her wife Tara showed up first thing this morning, hoping to finally get both their names on their daughter Tucker's birth certificate. This after a judge ordered the state to issue the amended birth certificates on Tuesday. But they were the only couple to get theirs. State Attorney General Leslie Rutledge advised officials to issue the birth certificates only to the 3 couples who sued the state over the issue. Everyone else will have to wait while she files an appeal with the state Supreme Court. Among them, Jennifer Gardner Glaze and her wife.
We were hopeful, we knew that they could technically do whatever they wanted to do, but we were hopeful that we were going to get in before there was an appeal, and we didn't. So, I mean, it's frustrating. You just want to be treated like anybody else. A heterosexual couple who used donor sperm and during their marriage would have no problem to be on the birth certificate, and I am no more biologically connected than he would be.
Gardner Glaze said she planned to talk with an attorney to discuss filing a lawsuit of her own. New information on Arkansas's execution drug law. According to the Department of Correction, 3 drugs Arkansas plans to use to execute inmates meet federal potency and purity requirements. Attorneys for the AG's office submitted an affidavit today showing the department hired an FDA-certified testing lab to make sure the drugs meet federal standards. This test is part of an ongoing lawsuit by several death row inmates. Meanwhile, at the Capitol, Governor Hutchinson is reviewing a DHS computer system. It's used to determine if Arkansans qualify for various state programs like the private option insurance and Medicaid. The governor hired a company to assess the problems, and the report showed it will cost more than $100 million to fix because of mismanagement and mandated federal changes.
Today, I advised the legislature of the steps that I'm taking, which is to put a pause on the development of new phases of this IT system until we know exactly what policy steps the state will take on the Medicaid reform.
The governor also says he's committed to a stronger oversight of this type of program in the future. The fix is supposed to be completed by 2017. The Jacksonville Boys and Girls Club could use a fix of their own. They're scrambling to find money to keep the doors open tonight. This after the city cut all their annual funding. Each year, Jacksonville gives the club $75,000 of their budget, which they are not getting anymore. Almost 400 students benefit from this club for after-school activities, tutoring, and summer care. Now the club is hoping social media will help spread the word and get monetary support and volunteers.
We've only received 2 donations, but business owners, people in the community that have called and said, what can I do?
If you'd like to donate, you can go to the Jacksonville Boys and Girls Club website. That link is under this story on thv11.com. After days of continuous rain, Arkansas drivers are feeling the effects. We're going to show you how Little Rock City crews are working toward road repairs after we get Ed's forecast.